Guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Wizard of Kanto, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about my collection goals for 2021. Pokemon is a household name in the United States and many other countries. For the past 25 years, Pokemon has been working its way up to the top to claim the title of highest grossing media franchise of all time. From cards to animes, movies, food products, toys, and more, the Pokemon Company has seemed to touch everyone's life at one point or another. Since its debut in 1996, we've seen 85 plus Pokemon trading card game expansion sets, 23 movies, 25 plus seasons of the show, 8 generations of Pokemon, giving us a grand total of 898 Pokemon, with the most recent edition of Generation 8 with Pokemon Sword and Shield in the Galar region. Not only has this taken America by storm, but like I said, every other country in the world seems to have been touched by Pokemon at one point or another. From video games to the trading card game, the company has birthed collectors far and wide. Whether you collect cards, books, stickers, old food boxes for Pokemon related items, or what have you, we all have one thing in common. We all love Pokemon. With that being said, there's 1,000 ways to collect, there's 1,000 things to collect, and it can get super overwhelming. I know when I first started, my goal was to get one of every single card printed in the English language. Knowing now that there are over 9,000 cards spanning those 85 plus expansion sets of the Pokemon TCG, knowing how much some of these cards are worth, it is absolutely not feasible for me as a person to say, I want to collect every single Pokemon card before I die. Now, I can shoot for the stars, I can dream for that, all that I want, but I know in my heart that it's not a realistic goal for me financially or just time-wise. So I've decided that I'm going to hone my collection goals for this year. There's a couple things that I would really like to accomplish, and I hope that I can. And I would love to know down in the comments below what your collection goals for 2021 are, or if you've been keeping a consistent collection goal since you started collecting. But one of my main collection goals this year is to finish out my full art trainer set. Full art trainers is one of my favorite things that have been introduced in the newer generations of Pokemon. And as you can see, I have a nice little binder here with everything labeled, all of the bits and pieces that I'm missing, which seems like a ton. There are well over 100 full art trainer cards in the Pokemon trading card game. 62 of them I am still missing. It is January 18th, and I have already gotten 10 of the cards that I was missing, thanks to awesome people in the community. So I was missing 72 when the year started, but I was lucky enough to have some amazing people who were willing to trade with me or just give me cards. For the 2021 goal, it is just to get the full art versions of these trainer cards. It is not the rainbow versions because some of those are even more expensive than the full arts. Django is being very needy boy today. And even though I had collection goals in mind, one of the hardest things that I've always found is organizing my collection. As you can see, this is not even half of the binder that is full. Obviously, more sets are going to continue to come out, so more full art trainers will continue to come out. But I have bits and pieces of other collections in this binder. So another one of my 2021 collection goals is to get more organized. If I could get some smaller binders where I could put some of my favorite Pokemon, my favorite types of cards, maybe label them a little bit better, just so they would look a little more organized, because this is kind of everywhere. We've got full art trainers, then character cards in my Suicune collection, then just a random set of snowflake cards, then these lovely little things, I still don't know what they are, but they were introduced in Shiny Star V, so I have those. I have the beginning of a Rayquaza collection, like, it's just a mess. Volcanion, Magarena, Jirachi, Yveltal, just the most random stuff. In pretty much every binder in my house because we have so many cards. So I think that trying to reorganize my collection and find better ways to do so is an awesome goal for 2021. We're redoing our collection room right now. We've actually converted the guest bedroom into a second collection room since we don't have anybody over, especially to spend the night, hardly ever. So I'm looking forward to getting some organizational tips and tricks from you guys, and also maybe getting some help when we have more space for binders. Do you put on shelves and stuff? Because all the bookcases that we have, binders are too tall for. But another one of my collection goals for this year is to finish out my evolution collection. I'm mainly sticking to Eevee and her first 3 evolutions, which are Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon. I have this nice little binder that has left space for all of the Eevees that I am missing. And I've got most of the super expensive ones down. The gold stars were what mainly worried me last year when I started this collection, but I was able to snatch them up pretty cheap. They're not in this binder. They're actually in a case right over there. You can see right there because I had them autographed by the artist Masakazu Fukuda. He autographed those at the Dallas Regionals in 2020. But I've got quite a few of the Jolteon, quite a few of the Eevee, quite a few of the Flareon. I think I'm missing more Vaporeon than anything. Obviously, there's a lot more Eevee cards than there are of the evolution, because Eevee is the front runner with very, very popular Pokemon. Hopefully one day I'll be able to finish all the evolutions, and I'm hoping maybe this year, because it is the 25th anniversary, that we will see a new evolution, or maybe 2 new evolutions. But Umbreon and Espeon are going to be 2 of the hardest ones to complete, because of the Gold Star Umbreon and Espeon cards are thousands of dollars, even in a PSA 1 or PSA 1 condition. So definitely should have snatched those up before, but since all that fits in this Eevee binder is the first 3 evolutions, this is what I'm going to stick with for now. My third collection goal for 2021 is to get my Dragapult collection started. I have officially started typing up my submission for CGC, getting it ready to ship, and then also just setting some off to the side to be put in a binder. Dragapult is my all-time favorite Pokemon. I'm sorry, Bulbasaur. Sorry, Venusaur, you guys have officially been replaced. I was not impressed with Gen 8 when I first saw it. I think the first Pokemon I saw was Morpeko, and they always do a Pikachu knockoff, but it just kind of left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Sometimes I'm pessimistic. I'm not gonna try to deny it. I'm not gonna try to say I was hyped from the beginning, because I wasn't. But once I got into Sword and Shield, once I started getting into the game, and then got even more into competitive TCG, competitive VGC, Dragapult became my absolute favorite. This dragon, this happy little boy with shootable Dreepies in his head, is a whopping 9 feet 10 inches tall. He is a dragon and a ghost. He is the epitome of fantasy for me. I cannot imagine how amazing it would be to have a Pokemon game in VR where I could see a Dragapult full size up close in person. You guys know that Nikki got me my beautiful Dragapult statue custom made for my birthday last year. He's just absolutely everything to me in Pokemon. So I've seen a lot of people that collect specific types of cards, like the Shinings or just shiny Pokemon in general. Maybe they collect some with rainbows and stuff. So I want to hone in on some of my favorite Pokemon, Dragapult being the first that I'm going to do that with. Currently, I do have one of every single Dragapult card that is in existence, except for the stamped promo that was released in Europe, as well as I think it was in Japan, but I could be mistaken on that. But I do have one of those on the way. But my goal for this year is to get one of each of these Dragapults in a CGC 10. That's why all these are prepped to be sent out. I have multiple copies of each. By the end of it, I should have at least 3 little shinies, 3 little shiny Draclokes, 3 little shiny Dragapults, and then 3 of every other Dragapult card that is currently in existence, hoping to get a 10 out of one of them. I'm being very particular with what I'm sending. This little stack over here is not the entirety of my Dragapult collection outside of what's being sent for grading. Some of them are with the sets, some of them are already in a binder. It's just that they had dings, scratches, or maybe like the corners weren't as sharp, so it wouldn't be worth it for me to send them for grading when I know that they're not going to get the score that I'm wanting. It's also going to be super nice for the collection room to have a spot to display all of my Dragapult stuff. I'm hopefully going to be getting one of the Dragapult plushies this year. I just haven't really found one that I liked within my price range, so hopefully they'll come out with another one. But I digress. Those are my 3 main collection goals of the year. And while I do have others, I think that it would be a little bit too much if I tried to stretch it past that 3, because it really is going to take a lot for me to finish the full art trainers, the Eevees, and then the Dragapults. I think is going to be the hardest thing, because you never do know what your cards are going to grade. Even if they look perfect to me, they look perfect to someone else. I'm not a professional grader, and it's really impossible to tell if you're going to get a 10 if you ask me personally. But the full art trainers are probably going to be my most expensive endeavor, with the 62 that I'm missing. Some of them are worth over $100. In the past 2 or 3 weeks, we've seen an absolute ridiculous spike in the price of full art trainers. I printed out this nice list of all of the full art trainers that I was missing from TCG Player about 2 weeks ago, and a friend of mine sent me a couple cards, one of which was the Reds Challenge, which is now a $90 card. It was $30 when I printed this out, and it has tripled in price. It's just mind-boggling. The Jesse and James full art from Hidden Fates has gone from being a $3 card since Hidden Fates came out to now a $20 or $30 card. I do not understand what's going on. I don't really like it because there's no reason for the prices to be spiking on some of these cards because, one, they're not playable in standard format. They don't do anything good. Two, there's just no reason for it. There's no 1, 2, 3. There's no reason for the prices to be so jacked up. I know a lot of larger creators have started doing videos on full art trainers, and I think we can a lot of the time say that when a larger creator does something, it tends to create a lot of hype around that product, just like we've seen recently with the huge spike in Wizard of the Coast products ever since certain members of the YouTube community moved from more vlogs and pranks and into Pokemon stuff. We saw a spike in that. So hopefully it will level itself back out, but I'm honestly just praying that it doesn't go up even further, because this list right here was a $1,200 list of cards, and I just am not even looking forward to what it's going to be now. So I would love to know what your guys' collection goals for 2021 are. I know that I haven't been doing a whole lot of card openings. I've been doing a lot of talking lately, but we are low on product. We are awaiting the arrival of the Single Strike and Rapid Strike Master sets from Japan, which should be here this week. They come out in 3 days. I'm hoping that we might get them on release day or maybe just a little bit after. We will have a video for card openings on Wednesday, and then Saturday, if our cards are here, maybe we can do a live stream where we open a booster box or two with you guys of the new Japanese set, and we can look at all the pretty cards we're going to see in our March set, which is Battle Styles. We do have a set coming out next month, which is Shining Fates. I know that everybody is super excited about that. I'm going to hunt me that Dragapult. I'm so hyped to be able to hunt him in English, because I did get to try to look for him in Japanese for Shiny Star V, but I didn't find him. So that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. You know the drill. All my stuff's in the description below. All my links and everything for that Beacons link. Also, huge shout out to all of my patrons, my paid subs here, and my paid subs on Twitch. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a safe and wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next time.